This is the new court building, undergoing some extensive external renovation. And as we walk down here, we are at the side of Wolverhampton's main newspaper, and probably the largest regional newspaper in the UK, which is the Express and Star. A lot smaller, with employing a lot less people now than in the past before technology took over. So let's just, as we round the corner, you'll see the start of the bus station. So the buses have all been diverted into one main area now. It's become the main transport hub. So we've got the bus station, and just beyond it, the railway station. So you can start to see a crane and a few old buildings at this point. So this is more of the industrial area, more of where things happen. There's less retail down here. We have the back of the Grand Theatre at the back up there. A few other buildings, so it's quite interesting. So the front end of the Express and Star is on Queen Street, and we'll cross over there in a minute. So I feel like we're walking along the section, by the side of the section of the ring road that runs from St George's round to St Patrick's, and these are some of the buildings that surround this area. So retail. There's nightclubs down here, there's some solicitors' offices, there is an Indian restaurant, and all of the glass here is surrounding the transport hub, which is the buses and the coaches that go from this area. So the old building ahead of us is the headquarters for the transport hub, and so you get your tickets, but it's also a developing retail offering now. I'm not going to go down there now because I'm pretty sure most of you have been down there. But you've got a large Hungry Horse pub, you've got supermarkets, you've got Costa's, Superdrug, and a few others down there. There is some small hotels around here, not very high end, but necessary. And then the back of the Victoria Hotel you can see in front of you. So this is Queen Street. The Queen Street was quite an important street in the past. And you'll see, if you can, on the right, the red brick buildings up there are quite ornate, expensive. So most of the legal work went on down here. So solicitors, accountants, the newspaper, and there were other offerings down here. So as you come a bit further down towards the train, the railway station, then we've got some newer buildings, but this was a very important entrance into the city in its time. So we're walking across here and across the back of Berry Street, and as you can see, some of the regeneration around the transport hub is quite lively here. If I would zip you around to looking at Berry Street, we've got the church at the top and the back of the Grand Theatre. So new stuff. So there's a new office building going up here in the middle, alongside the Prince Albert pub and the Sunbeam pub, and I believe that that's already let out. So people actually want to come to Wolverhampton, but they want to be in new accommodation in areas near the transport hub. So our last bit of the journey in a minute. Right, so this is Railway Drive. So the new building is going up here, and beyond it, at the bottom there, you can see the railway station, and that is being completely renovated and rejuvenated at the moment. And you can see, I hope you can see, the sun's shining on it a bit, but there's tram lines going over that bridge. So the bridge goes over the main ring road, and the tram will now go straight to the railway station and won't stop in the middle of the town. as it has done in the past. So we go up to a more of a cultural area of the town. So we've got a major hotel that had been a very prestigious hotel in its day, but is now quite second rate, and the Grand Theatre, the red brick building just beyond it. So the poor old Grand Theatre is suffering during the virus because it can't open. The offering on the right hand side, well, we've got a bit of retail here, but the 1930s building that used to be the Co-op department store is now the home to Wetherspoons, and Wetherspoons are planning a hotel as well as the pub that's already here, the Moon Under the Water, hotel and a museum. So they're investing in this area of Wolverhampton, and that's due to start fairly soon, because I can see they've already taken over some of the shops around the pub at the moment. So we've got the Grand Theatre straight up ahead of us.
I don't really invest in that.
So some regeneration gone on here, where they've converted quite a lot of the retail and the office area around here into student accommodation and flats. So this has become residential. I know that the Grand Theatre had plans to extend, but now can't because it's already been converted. And the red brick building up on the far, as we're walking up towards, is the old post office, the old Victorian building that used to belong to the university, but was rented and is now empty. So some lovely looking buildings and in quite a state of repair, a few blue plaques and a lot of other things going on here. So this is an area of grandeur that has lapsed over time, and as you can see above the shop fronts that the buildings are quite ornate. And the Royal London in front of us was the head office for the Royal London Insurance Company, and we've got a bit of retail underneath there, and again that is being converted into residential. So we're walking back now to where we started. So we'll cross the road here. You can see over on the just beyond the traffic lights there's the University Welcome Centre that used to be the George Hotel, as it says on the top, but if you can quite see that at the moment, see if you can pan it out for you. So that is hotel converted into university, Royal London buildings, and other sort of licensed premises with retail, with residential above. So that's what's happening in Wolverhampton at the moment. We're just going to walk up here, down by the side of the art gallery, and back to where we started, and then we've done our walking tour. So this is the back of Market Street. If you're following on the map, you'll be able to see how we've circled various areas and come back to where we started, basically, or at the other end of the street. So we've got here some old bank buildings that are now shops and bars, and the old Barclays Bank building that is still a bank, and the end of, after you've got the diffusion sign, we have the art gallery. The Wolverhampton Art Gallery is quite famous, and really is the start of the university, because it used to be the School of Art in olden days. You see some lovely old buildings here, a lot of Victoriana, a lot of development in the 1800s and beyond. So I'm just going to go down Lichfield Passage here. So Lichfield Passage is one of these little areas down by the side of that links one place to the other. Has had a little bit of regeneration done here. We've got some regenerated Georgian buildings here with some retail at the bottom, which is quite nice. So that's where we stop. So for you that have been to Wolverhampton, this is the This is the island by the Hogshead and Stafford Street, going on down to the Ring Road, and you can just see a little bit of the halls of residence that are alongside Springfield campus there. So I'm going to stop here. That is our tour for today.